Good morning, everyone. I am Megan Voorhees, and I am here from the TV6 Digital Desk here for your 11:30 TV6 and 6. Now, if you look at the clock right now, you'll know that it's not 11:30. We had a little bit of a delay this morning, so I'm glad that you guys are sticking with me if you're watching right now. We'll begin this TV6 and 6 with our top headlines from this morning's newscasts. Hurricane Melissa made landfall in Cuba at 3:10 a.m. this morning. It slammed into the island as a Category 3 storm with sustained winds of 120 miles per hour. It's now been downgraded to a Category 2 with top winds at 105 miles per hour. But water is expected to be the biggest threat to Cuba. The storm surge on its southern east coast could reach up to 12 feet. The hurricane could also drop more than 2 feet of rain in the mountains, triggering flash flooding and landslides. And today marks the 100 days until the start of the Winter Olympics. Some of the greatest athletes in the world are looking for gold in the Italian Alps, in the rinks, arenas, and stadiums of the Milan and Cortina. The Olympics will run from February 6th to the 22nd, with the Paralympics to follow in March. The Olympic flame will be lit in the ancient Olympia, Greece on November 26th. And then the flame will arrive in Rome on December 4th to begin its journey across Italy 2 days later. For the first time, there will be 2 Olympic cauldrons, one in Milan, built downtown in the 19th century, and one in Cortina. It will mark the second time for the cauldron in Cortina, 70 years after the Alpine village hosted the 1956 Winter Games. And now that we're all caught up with our top headlines from this morning, let's take a look at what you may have missed since then. Amazon is beginning to invest heavily in South Korea. The house that Bezos built announced plans to invest more than $5 billion in the country. That's in addition to $4 billion it previously pledged. All this money is going to the AI data centers for AWS. That is Amazon Web Services, the retailer's cloud computing firm. The same AWS that suffered a massive outage earlier this month and knocked much of the internet offline. More AI adoption is the reason Amazon gave just hours ago for its plans to cut 14,000 staffers in the US. And a week after the NCAA approved a new rule allowing student athletes to bet on professional sports, the rule change has been delayed. It was supposed to go into effect Saturday, but the SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey asked the Division I Board of Directors for a reversal, saying the sports betting change represents a major step in the wrong direction. In response, the board voted to delay the rule change until November 22nd. Division I schools would need a 2/3 majority vote to rescind the rule. Proponents of the rule change said it isn't an endorsement of sports gambling, but rather a recognition of its growing role in today's sports environment. The NCAA says it would continue to provide education and harm reduction resources to student athletes about the impacts of sports betting. Betting on college games and sharing information about them would remain strictly prohibited. And now that we're all caught up, let's take a look ahead. With Halloween quickly approaching, we want to make sure your families are staying safe. One way that you can keep your family safe is keeping an eye on the sex offender registry list. This ensures that your kids aren't visiting homes that could be unsafe. Today, TV6's Dan Groneveld will be talking with Marquette City police officers and the Michigan State Police to learn ways that you can make sure that your children are safe. Tune into TV6's News Tonight at 7 Eastern and 6 Central to learn tips to make this Halloween a fun and safe one. And a new study shows drivers are ignoring safety laws. The AAA study shows 1 in 3 drivers ignore roadside safety laws. The study was a combination of interviews with traffic safety officials, focus groups with drivers, and footage of vehicles captured on traffic cameras. Today, TV6's Griffin Weinberg will be meeting with Sheriff Zybert and a member of the AAA to learn more about how this study can affect us here in the UP. Check out TV6's early news at 6 Eastern and 5 Central to learn more. And finally, with winter coming soon, police want to make sure you're staying warm. The MSP Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Division is collecting gently used coats. Now, among those coats, they're collecting coats for adults and children. Coats donated will stay local to the community that the coats are donated in. TV6's Audrey Stetson will be meeting with members of the MSP to learn more about how you can support your community. Tune into TV6's newscast tonight to learn more. Thank you for tuning into this TV6 and 6. I'm Megan Voorhees, and your next one will be at 3 o'clock with MK. We hope to see you then.